Affirmative. These leaders present the three greatest overseas war forces operational now within Syria, eliminating the U.S., whose captain-in-chief told deceased recent 1 week how America would quickly be producing other get thoroughness of Syria. But Russia, Turkey and Iran encounter out of the deposit of a sensibly essential element in the terrible experimental inhumane brutality, Syrians. You can claim how the mode in Damascus will do which Tehran or Moscow tells it to. But the perspective of Russia, Turkey and Iran assenting which a new statute quo within Syria should see love is a brief term palliative at top, and one how overlooks the main and unsolved causes of the warfare. The recognized room of the tripartite decision is how Iran and Russia are substance how the mode has complete accessing to the shore and a precise canal all the way to the Iraq equity Baghdad, via that Tehran can slow bother Israel and prevail the area, and Moscow can hold an air base on the Mediterranean. Turkey is intended to be lucky as its proxies monitoring the region western of the Euphrates rivers onto Idlib, and ensure a area for Sunnite militants to build their own communities in that millions of Syriac refugees now in Turkey might back. The unexpressed appendix to the is how the Americans hold appropriate firepower and impact in the northwest for the region to stay a in fact Syria Kurdish exclave for the year to go. Length, and brief-term flaws yet already the brief-term flaws to the decision are growing. Ankara has its sights on disturbing Manbij, fair through to the western of the Euphrates, that is now detained by Syriac Kurds in us supporting. And the mode is as well eyeing the largest inhabited region in the north, wherever Turkey has big impact, Idlib. It is to Idlib how the Syriac Sunnite mob of Ghouta, Aleppo and in another place include fled, on in tens of thousands of civilian population. These are fair the brief-term problems. The much longer-term ones are though stronger to resolve. Substantially, the imaginary tripartite location fails to transactions in the main demographics and sect issues how began the war in the at first location. Syria's Sunni rose up versus a mainly Shiite mode in 2012. These Sunni yet absence appropriate presentation or a function motherland. They are squeezed in a diminutive pouch of the north, and external Syria's national borders in Turkey and Jordan, in lot in Lebanon too much. Compliance the disenfranchised, besieged and by-resourced people in the Kabul, tents and village flatlands of Idlib when bring the impact of extremists in their midst, it will strengthen it. Down there are two things you can calculate on in the month's front, how Russia and the mode will bomb Idlib and its thousands of civilian population, and how the Sunnite insurgent militants who get orphanage in it will answer as very as they can. Both of sides will go on to do which they include made up. Secondly, Syria's Kurds, thanks to the close defeat of ISIS in Syria, monitoring an outsized piece of the northwest currently. All east of the Euphrates inland was not solely Kurd up ISIS and is not completely so currently, but the Syriac more democratic forces are the unfaltering credibility down there. If the U.S. Foliage, as CEO Donald Trump card has told is potential, later the Syriac Kurds will include to each hammer a transactions of cohabitation in the Syriac mode or go it one, potential versus both of Turkey and mode forces. Three forces, three agendas affirmative, the Iran and Russia-backed Shiite mode has solidified its monitoring above the area it wants, but the most of the nation, the Sunni of Syria, has not populated the issue of wherever they will dwell and who will guideline them. How begun the, and must be solved if it is too late. Eventually, Syria's three dominating forces, Turkey-backed mob, US-backed Syriac Kurds and the mode backed by Iran and Russia, include backers in completely opposed agendas. Turkey wants to destruction the Kurds. The mode wants to destruction the mob Turkey is supporting, and hold the US of. And the US wants to destruction Iran and mode ambitions in the area, time as well compliance Russia in verify. Russia, Iran and Turkey can smiling for the cameras in Ankara, but they yet go on Syria's break window.